Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful section of Talking Real Estate in our Real Estate Outlook. This is where we bring you up-to-date information as to real estate market space in the city of Lagos and even Nigeria at large. And it is always my joy to always come to you with fresh facts and, of course, just to build wealth together, because we're in the business of making sure that we prosper together. And today I'll be speaking about wealth building assets in real estate. So, and if you ask, what are wealth building assets in real estate? So these are real estate products that you can actually invest your money into, and there are strategies towards achieving and building real estate wealth, and that is the reason why I want to share this fact and figure with you. And the basis of real estate, as you all know, is land. Land is actually, the basis of real estate. And if you take your mind back to understand, I'm a Christian, and to understand how the creations, happened, you understand that God first of all creates an abode for us called the planet Earth. And out of all other planets that you have in the world, you know that the only place where human being exists is this planet Earth. So it's an abode for all of us. And that's why we do everything possible to make sure that we sustain it. We do something that's environmental friendly, just to make sure that this very abode where we call Earth, where all human lives, is safe for every one of us. And away from that, for every one of us, you are either, investing in real estate passively or actively. Because wherever you are watching me from, you either watching me from a particular home, either office, either in a market space, you are watching me from a place. And that is to tell you that you are passively or actively involved in real estate. So if you rent an apartment, if you are a landlord, you actively invest in real estate. So there is no way you can say you want to escape it, because when you look at the hierarchy of need, when it comes to the fundamental needs of every man, shelter has a space in everything. When we talk about food, we talk about shelter, we talk about clothing. And believe you me, there's a whole lot of instability that comes when it comes to you having issues when it comes to where you want to live, if you don't have an abode on your head, it creates instability for you. You won't be able to take care of any other thing. You won't be able to take care of your work. You'll be highly unstable, if you don't have a place to live. And that boils down to the fact that everybody, either actively or passively, you are actually involved in real estate. You may not know. It might not have come to your consciousness, but know that for fact. Know that for real, that you're actively involved in real estate. You may be probably, being accommodated by friends, family, big brothers, big sisters. You passively, are actually involved in real estate. So away from that, so when we then talk about wealth building assets, especially real estate, is very fundamental. Even the food we talk that we eat today, it has to be planted on a land. That's to tell you the effect of a land, over even the food chain that we have. So you have to plant your food on a land, and it is from there you can even actually, have something to eat. So that's to tell you that land is very fundamental to real estate. It is the basis with which we build real estate. When we then talk about real estate asset building, we're talking about how you can strategically, build a portfolio of real estate assets that will put you on a long run of any capital gain and then even cash flow. Because two things are associated with real estate, owning a real estate. So you can either own a real estate and hold on to it, and it gives you money by virtue of the fact that over time it appreciates in value. And again, you can either, put a development on it by making sure that you also earn rental income, through investment. So these are major ways where, two major ways that people earn, a whole lot of money through real estate investment. But there are strategies to it. So you don't just get involved in real estate and say you just want to buy what comes to your mind. And that is where location is quite important while investing in real estate. Okay, so the reason why the property has much more value in places like Ikoyi, Victoria Island in Lagos, is because it's very close to where economic activities happen, take place. So when we talk about these drivers of economy, we talk about population growth and things like that. So they are actually the reason why real estate increases in values over time and population growth, because land is a fixed asset. It's no more growing. In fact, it's getting reduced daily after day because of the environmental factor. You can say that sea is actually taking over some lands, some places are submerging and water is taking over. So you can see that land is actually a fixed asset and population is equally growing. As of today, Nigerian population stands over 200 million, and it is projected that by 2050, Nigerian population will be tending towards 400 million. And 2050, we're talking about just about 26 years, away to us. So what people do and what makes real estate to appreciate in value? One is population growth. Number two is equally infrastructure development. Infrastructure development in terms of road accessibility, infrastructure such as schools, government presence, putting infrastructures in places. And for example, a typical area in Lagos that is enjoying unprecedented growth, going to the further infrastructural development is on a daily basis being carried out there. Is the Bejuleke Houses of Lagos and towards Epe. You can see, lots of, first of all, government has to like put a Lekki free trade zone there, free trade zone where people can transfer businesses, across all divides without being bothered about tax. So they have access, not to pay tax, and then also have accessibility to see. They can import and then a toll-free kind of system. And that has really welcomed a whole lot of foreign direct investment into the country. And away from that, government also start putting roads in these places. So roads, constructions, and massive projects, $1 million projects are ongoing in this axis of Lagos. So how will such a place will not develop? And let me just take you back the memory lane. What makes real estate viable and a sustainable investment toward building is owing to all these facts that population is growing against a fixed land, and your simple law of demand. So when there is a higher demand, you will see that there will be a higher price. So and these are actually also have influence in real estate too. We have a fixed asset over a growing populations, and trust me, people need places to work, people need hospital, people need markets, people need banks, they need a whole lot of schools and a whole lot of things to live their life. So and for the fact that population is growing, and it's also projected that by 2050 population of Nigeria will amount to 400 million, in estimates. Lagos, Nigeria, we share the largest chunk because of opportunities that draw us here. People want to live in Lagos. And as we speak, the population growth on a yearly basis is over 3% in Lagos. As we speak, the Lagos population is way over 25 million. So by the time it gets to 2050, that projections, you will see that a whole lot more of people will actually reside in Lagos. And Lagos is already choked, and everybody is looking at where will people live in this same Lagos. The available places where people are actually moving towards Lagos is Bejuleke as this down to Epe. So, and it pays off for anybody who actually wanted to like build wealth through real estate, using real estate as a vehicle of building wealth to equally, stand up his feet and take a position now. 2050 is just about 26 years time. Or let me say 25 years time, because as we are doing videos, we are almost rounding up 2024. So by next year, you see that we'll get to 2025. So we just have 25 years away. So if you are in age 30, age 25, add 25 years to your name, to your years, add 25 years to your years, you'll realize that, in 50, by the time you're turning 50, the houses of the Bejuleki down to Ekpe would have been something else. Because that place still has an overhead room for appreciations, especially if you own a piece of real estate in forms of land. So I'm speaking to the fact that land is actually very fundamental to real estate, in building wealth in real estate. So if you own a piece of land in this corridor that I'm talking about, owing to the fact that everything is right about the place, about this axis of lake, because in terms of location, in terms of government presence, in terms of infrastructure, and in terms of even foreign direct investment that are come to stay there. And for the fact that, infrastructure such as airports are also, coming up in this axis. So everything is right about the axis of Lagos. And for anyone who wants to take any position and you don't want to break the bank to, actually own a piece of real estate there, you need to buy a piece of land in your name. We have done that. We have positioned ourselves to, acquire some plots, some couple of lands in acres in these houses of Lagos. And you can partner with us by making sure that you own a piece, either in a plot or two, and just own it in your name. And one of the problems I think, people get carried away with is that people talk about, how can a, residential building, be in a place where there is a refinery, where there is going to be a lot of hold up. Believe you me, these are people trying to dissuade you from, from actually enjoy the prosperity embedded in real estate. Go and check all over the world. I've lived in Bonny Island in Port Harcourt before, and I see, apart from where, operations in terms of explorations of gas happens, there are residential areas, because there are precautions that these people take. You can't live far away from where you work. And it's not necessarily that even when you own a piece of land in this axis of Lagos, you are so much exposed to risk, because there are demarcations, there are places where you cannot build houses. So there are distances, left away from, where operations such as refinery processes are taking place and every other activity. So, so for smart one, don't let them sweet talk you to dissuade you from enjoying in this prosperity of Lagos. So you can actually, pick up your phone, call us on the number displayed on the screen. Let us take you on the process of acquiring a piece of real estate that will perpetually put some money in your pocket. So having land in your name is very, very crucial. Apart from the stability it gives you, apart from the rest of mind you get to enjoy, especially when you buy rights with real estate companies such as Vatican Solution like us, your land is secure. So those are the things, the value, the icing on the cakes that we offer to people who had invested with us. So they tend to have this peace of mind. Whatever you want to do with your land, either you want to buy it to keep, to lock in money against inflations that has eaten deep into naira. So what you can also do is to develop it. So, and if you want to develop it, another strategy that people use in development is that they don't buy just one plot of land. They buy like an acre, they buy like, 3 plots. And what they do is that they leave it over time. So when you leave it over time, and when I talk about over time, so we are looking at like a minimum of 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. So when you leave it for like 10 years, it would have appreciated a lot. And you can sell a part to develop the rest. So it's another great strategy for you to build wealth in real estate. So So the system is called land banking, whereby you buy land. And the essence of land banking is that you buy early. You are an early bird. So when you buy early, so you tend to have a chances of buying low. You don't have to buy at the premium price, such like, everybody dreams to live in Ikoyi, but only if you can afford to buy plots in Ikoyi. As we speak, to buy a plot in Ikoyi today, you probably be running to 1 billion. So, and if that is your case, and you also want to buy something that will appreciate up to having 1 billion, up to 1 billion naira in the context, the area where you that has potentials to achieve that kind of growth for you is still Ibejuleke, even up to Imuta and Ikorodu, because it's just a smart thing that you try to spread your portfolio across board. Some people don't like the aspect of buying real estate in Lagos, and I don't really know why. They might be sentimental. I respect people's opinion, but when it comes to somebody who wants to actually make a fortune out of real estate, so location is right. So the city like Lagos, city like Abuja, city like Port Harcourt, city like Anambra, city like Benin, Ibadan. So these are places where you need to put in your money. This is just a pure truth. So if you are sentimental, oh, they don't want to develop it, they don't want your hometown to develop, or blah blah blah. It's good if you just want to like build a country home in your home, not for business. But if you are really, keen about making money out of real estate, so you probably should be looking at those cities mentioned, and you must do that with consciousness, making sure that you actually partner with the people that are really in this space, and not just ordinary people too, people with integrity, people that you can be sure that they know their onions. And this is where we stand. So we can take you through the process of buying genuine lands. These are not the lands that will be yanked away from you, that will be taken away from you, and or you will lose, because we carry out proper due diligence on our lands. So, and we are partner in this business. So, and we want you to also enjoy this, rich patrimonies that are embedded in real estate. So, away from that, so when you buy lands in bulk, you have a tendency, to earn more money. Just like when you are buying shares, if you 30, buy 30 pieces of shares, and you can't compare the dividend that will comes to you to somebody who bought 1 million, pieces of shares. That person will harm more than you. Likewise in real estate, if you buy, just a plot, you have a tendency to either sell it or to develop it, and you might have to even go and look for money to go and to develop it. But if you buy bulk like 3 or 4 plots, so as one is appreciating, you are not totally, losing your property, you are still holding on to it. So, like I shared, 2 ways you can actually enjoy, this beautiful patrimony in real estate. It's either you hold on to it and you achieve, you actualize what we call capital gain by virtue of the fact that, the property appreciates over that time through competitions in population growth and demands and things like that. Or you develop it, you put a development on this property, maybe you build, homes for rental use, or you also even embellish it in a way that you put a system on ground to operate it uh, on a short-let arrangement, Airbnb. So third ways you can make, a lot of money out of real estate, and you can build wealth through it. So when you buy land in bulk, so you have a tendency never to struggle, to have money to develop your property, because you can sell some parts and use that part fund to develop the rest. So, and when you are developing the rest, you can either choose to build residential home. A lot of people, what is so very common in our domain, in the sub-market where we operate, is that we still have a huge deficit of residential housing, and all hands are on deck. That's why, players in the industry are actually, making sure that they deliver and churn out homes. So there are places in Lagos that, construction is ongoing because we have a deficit of housing, especially in Lagos. Lagos has over 3,000, 3 million housing, rather, pardon me. So Lagos has over 3 million housing deficit. And the gap is increasing because you get to see that a whole lot of people cannot even afford the kind of housing that we currently have, onto the fact that a whole lot has to go into construction, and basically everything we use in constructions are imported. So, and inflation is eating because Naira is practically not doing fine now. So, and of course, that has a toll effect in affordability of this kind of home. So, only few, players are doing affordable homes because it's not really also even profitable to developers who is going into that. So, and as such, what you can do, if you don't want to go through the trouble, is that if you, whatever, your means of earning, you can partner with the real estate company by enter into an agreement. So when you enter into an agreement on installment payments plan structure, so the structure with you such that you have an access to own a piece of land. So you can do that. And I'll give you a practical example. I have a certain client that a very young guy at 25 years old, and he reached out to me, I think through my ads. He reached out to me and he said he wanted a land in Ibejuleke. And first of all, I got him engaged and I explained all the nitty-gritty. This guy was practically paying 25,000 naira to secure her plot of land at that time. So the value of that land as of that time was around 400, I think 500,000 thereabout. I'm not really, I can't remember now. And this guy was very faithful with the 25,000 naira on a monthly basis. So we gave him 3 years, payment plan structures, and he was very faithful. And he completed the payments, within that 3 years, and he became a landlord. Yes, and that value of land has appreciated up to 3 million now. That half plot in the location where he bought that year. So he was so smart, and he has been doing that now, consistently, trying to build his portfolio of real estate through lands. So I know you can afford 25,000 naira or 50,000 naira on a monthly basis, but what are you doing? So, building portfolio of lands in real estate has to do a lot with you, trying to understand these uh, opportunities that are embedded in real estate. Look, there are lands that we have bought that, and we have even also helped clients to purchase that when they brought out the receipt, they were bought at a very ridiculous price. You will hear 250,000 lands in places like Ikoyi in Lagos Island, 250,000, 150,000. And when you look at the gap of as of when it was acquired, and it passed to the new hands, just really say that all these things happen within the time frame of 20 years, which is not so long a time. You understand now? So, but just those people who had actually, bought it 250,000 naira worth of land 20 years ago, now being sold for crazy amounts, running into 300 million, 350 million. Everybody knows the story of Lekki Phase 1. At a time, there were people that bought Lekki Phase 1 for 700,000. And as we speak today, to buy a plot of land in Lekki Phase 1 now, probably be having about 700 million. So you can see the sharp appreciations. And what we're talking about now is just less than around 20 years, just about 20 years. Let's say approximately 23 years. Because as of 1999, all those Marocos and fee were just coming up. So you get the gist now. So you have to make up your mind to see to it that you want to do real estate, and there's everything made available for you. All you just need is to partner with the right company, right organizations, and that's where Vatican solution comes in. So for us, we can design a structure for you, a payment plan structure. So this time around, it may not be 25,000 naira. But all you just need is to talk to us. Let us understand your plans, what you earn. And we'll be able to do the iterations to understand, how, investment will not affect some other needs of yours, such that you'll be able to plan well and you begin to also, make a whole lot of investments in real estate, and that investment will equally yield you, better fortune, because you can't continue to keep saying, "Oh, there is no money." That's what we're hearing, and lots of people who are not even earning up to what you're earning, they are searching lands. And like I said earlier, some people will come, don't go to Ibejuleke, don't go to Ekwe, they will scam you, they will do this. Those people that are telling you that, they are coming behind you to buy land. That is just a fact. They don't just want you to prosper. So I have to tell you this in advance. They don't just want you to prosper. So they try to manipulate you, but they come behind to still come and inquire about the lands in the Bejuleke, and they buy some plots. They don't even buy for themselves alone. They buy for their own children because they could see. But when conversations in public domain, just because they want their voice to be heard, they keep saying all sorts of things just to make sure that they pollute your mind such that you not go before them to go and buy the land. So I just said I should clear you on that. All right. So now, another aspect is that there is no way you cannot play in real estate, no matter what you have. So long you are working and you are earning a living, you can always, partner with a real estate company such as Vatican Solution Properties, to start and begin to own a piece of real estate that will take you from ground zero, to greatness. So, but all you need to do is that let us understand you. So reach out to us. Reach out to us. So don't snooze on this. Let's take you on the journey and let us understand and give you a clarity into what you want to get yourself involved. All right. So, and these are ways that people use in building real estate. It's a smart way, irrespective of what you earn. So no matter what you earn, speak to a consultant, speak to me. My number is on the screen, and we, get you started on how you can become a landlord and begin your journey into the world of real estate. Because real estate is something that certainly will lift you out of poverty if you do it right. And this is where we come in. So guys, this smart way you can leverage in building wealth through real estate. You can buy land. When you buy land, the strategy to it is that you don't buy just one plot, you buy a couple of plots. And when you buy a couple of plots, be sure that you want to, wait. There's this popular saying is that, you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait. It is as simple as that. You buy real estate and you wait, and the time will pay off. And 100,000 naira deposit, you can begin the journey of owning a land. And what we are going to do for you is that we are going to give you a payment break. So we know that, January usually is almost like 60 days for some people. So we'll give you a break for that period, and you commence, payments, back in February. It's as so flexible as nobody has ever done that. But from our own goodwill to make sure that, we carry everyone along, and we make sure that we give back to the society as well. That is why we designed these, methods of making sure that you can also own properties, own land with us this 2024. And, with initial deposit of 200,000, we can, show you a place in Ekpe. There is a place you can also buy in Orimedu. These are verified properties that you will not have problem at all on it. So all you just need to do is to reach out to us. I've said that, for the uptime time. So don't miss the opportunity. So Sean Dirty December, invest in real estate. Start the new year with the effort with the fact that you now own something in your name, and believe you me, you'll be glad that you make that decision. So thank you very much. So if you have any questions, so go to the comment section, reach out to us, send your send your questions and we'll be able to treat it. And before you go, make sure that you like and share and follow us on this platform, wherever you are watching us from, and we'll catch you back. Thank you very much. God bless.